Hey guys, DRG here, and as you can see I have some more Five Freddy's custom action figures, this time focusing on the sister location animatronics. In this one we'll look at Funtime Freddy with Bonbon, or more like the custom versions of them. So the first one I'm going to show you is Funtime Fredbear with Spring Bonbon. Now instead of just basically painting him the same color, like bright yellow, I decided to make him a more lighter yellow because, you know, he's white with pink, so I decided to make him a lighter color instead of just a traditional color because I didn't want to be, you know, typical. I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to try something different. He's okay. He turned out good, but you know, it was my first time using the color, so I could have done better, but it's no big deal to me. Now I was debating on coloring the studs. Well, not the studs, more like the caps of his arms. But I don't know, since I'm going to be moving it a lot, the paint might chip off. I'm not talking about the stud, I'm talking about this part right here. I don't know if I'm going to paint that or not. I'll see what happens. And as you can see with Bonbon, I painted him, again, a more, not really a lighter color, but a dimmed down color. I also painted the eyes, as you can see right here. And of course, he does come with a microphone. And so far, as of the recording of this video, he's the only one to get a mini version of himself. At least for Funtime Freddy. This one was very tricky to do. I'm sorry. And he doesn't stand up that well, that's why I have some blue putty to stand him up. This one was really tricky, especially with Bonbon. I didn't really paint the line on him because, well, I didn't see the point. It would have been very tricky to do. But, yeah, I kind of like how he looks, at least to me. So hopefully he'll stand, because sometimes he falls over. Not the mystery mini, the collector clip, sorry. The next one we're gonna look at is Funtime Shadow Freddy with Shadow Bonbon. Again, the same thing follows with Funtime Fredbear. I painted him a lighter purple instead of a dark purple. I like how he looks overall. I really like his color scheme. I like the color I chose. The light purple mixed with the dark purple. With Shadow Bonbon, it's hard to tell, but I used pavement for the bow tie and cheeks. I wanted to try something different. I was originally going to paint the whole Bonbon pavement, the color pavement, but it didn't look right, so I decided to paint them all black, and the bow tie pavement and the cheeks pavement. You can hardly tell unless I mention it. Like, from a long view, it's hard, you can't really tell. It looks like I just painted them all black. And also, I forgot to mention, as of recording of this, he's the only one to receive a pop vinyl custom. I will show those off whenever I can, and I'll explain why in the near future. The reason why I only have one version of Bonbon customized. But overall, I like how he looks. And of course, I did paint the microphone. The next one we have is Funtime Phantom Freddy with Broken Bonbon. I do like this one very much. It was basically the same thing, just he was white, so I painted him palm leaf and gave him streaks, burnt lines I should say. And with some new pieces, leftover pieces of Enard or Innard's leg, I decided to use the wires as if he's missing some. Because everyone knows Phantom Freddy is missing his left leg, or I should say right leg. But it's our left and his right, if that makes sense. I like how he looks overall. It's hard to tell, but I painted the burnt streaks on the line. It's really hard to tell, but I really did do that. The only thing I didn't paint was the pink, was all over him, the pink and the red. That's the only thing I didn't paint. And with Broken Bonbon, he was one of the last minute decisions. Like, I was originally going to do this. He was originally going to hold Bonnet, but I decided to make a broken version of Bonnie for Five Freddy's 3, where you see as a decoration and one of the eyes light up. That's why he looks like this. And of course, I did make a microphone for him. Okay. And now we have Funtime Nightmare with Shadow Bonbon. Again, I didn't do a darker color, I decided to do pavement. And I will show off the paints, what color I used. I did paint inside the eyes just to see what it would look like. I'm really glad how it turned out. The hat could have been a little better, but you know, this is for me and not for anyone else. If it was for anyone else, I definitely would have tried a lot better. But it's not. So far it looks good to me. And I like how Shadow Bonbon looks. I didn't have that much orange, so I had to work with what I have. That's why some of the colors are the same, with the eyes and the muzzle. I didn't have that much orange to work with, so I had to make do with what I had. And I'm debating on whether or not do I paint his cheeks yellow, because I don't know, because I don't want someone to focus on the face. I want them to focus on the entire animatronic, not so much the face. But I don't know, I'll think about it, and I'll see what I can do about if I'm gonna paint his cheeks same color as his buttons and bow tie and hat. And of course, I gave him a microphone. Well, I painted it, I should say. And the last one, but certainly not least, Funtime Redbear with White Rab. That's what I'm gonna call it, since it's Bonbon and it's a white rabbit, so White Rab. Again, I didn't give him, it's hard to tell, but I used a different kind of red. I know it's hard to tell, but it's more like a, not really that bright, but not really that dim kind of red. And of course, I didn't bother to paint his eyes in, because, you know, he doesn't have eyes. So, I mean, he doesn't have eyes like Funtime Fredbear or Funtime Nightmare. That's what I mean. I do love the color scheme. He's very bright out of the 5. And of course, with White Rab, I only use one color. I was debating on using another kind of white, but the white I was gonna originally use looked more like a peach color. So I decided not to do that. It's very hard for me to paint with white since it kind of gets built like pudgy or whatever. I can't really describe, like to the point where I can scratch it off, which is not good for me. I really do not want that. But I do like how he turned out. For both of them, actually. And here's his microphone that I painted. So now I'm going to show you the paint that I use for Funtime Fredbear. What the heck, can't talk today. Funtime Fredbear with Spring Bonbon. I used pure gold for the speaker. I used yellow for the inside stomach and the legs, and also for Spring Bonbon's muzzle and stomach, and also his inner paws and inner ears. Here's the new yellow I used Pale Daffodil. That's the new yellow I used instead of just bright yellow for Funtime Fredbear. I used Sunny Day for Spring Bonbon instead of bright yellow, so I used Sunny Day. I used Spring Green for just Spring Bonbon's eyes. I used Purple Iris for just the hat on Funtime Fredbear. And I use Lilac Mist for the hat and bow tie and buttons. And for Funtime Shadow Freddy with Shadow Bonbon, I used Lilac Mist again, but this time for the whole body. I used that Purple Iris. I can't really tell, honestly. Sometimes the paint bleeds off. But I did use Royal Violet for the whole stomach and legs. No, I did use Lilac Mist for the hat stripe. I was talking about that, sorry. But I did use Royal Violet for the streaks on his body. I used Amethyst, the metallic paint with the Chaos Emerald on top, for the speaker. And I used white for the eyes of the animatronics. And I tried to mix a color of plutonium purple just to see how it will look. It's hard to tell, but I did mix it in with the dark violet to make it a little bit more darker than it actually was. You don't have to do that yourself, but if you want to, that's fine. And for Funtime Phantom Freddy, I use palm leaf for the whole body. I use black, of course, for the streaks. I use a metallic silver, gunmetal gray with the chaos emerald on top for the speaker. And I have another color, where is it? Oh, I used the platinum purple for Broken Bonbon. I also used bright yellow for the eye, and it's hard to tell, but I used the red apple for the bow tie and cheeks to make it look a lot brighter. And for Funtime Nightmare with Shadow Bonbon, I used a not bright red, sorry. I used Tuscan red for the bow tie and cheeks. Well, yeah, I did use bright red, sorry. I used it for his eyes only. I used apricot, I can't pronounce that word, for the eyes, the muzzle, the stomach, the paws, and the ears, and also for the stripe on his hat. I used pale daffodil for the hat and button and bow tie. I used black for the muzzle and stomach and all the other pink parts of the animatronic. And I used pavement for the whole color, the whole body for Funtime Nightmare. And I used spiced carrot for Shadow Bonbon's look. And now for Funtime Redbear, I used red apple for the whole color scheme for his whole body. Whereas I forgot to mention, I also used the royal gold orange, metallic orange for his speaker. Sorry, Funtime Nightmare speaker. I used Tuscan red for the whole body, for his stomach and legs and muzzle and cheeks. Metallic red, bright red, for the speaker. And where's the other color? I used white. Yes, black and white actually. Black for the eyes of White Rab, and also Funtime Redbear, and white for just White Rab in general. And I have the original white I was going to use right here. I was going to use aquatic white, but it looks more like a peach color. It looks more like the color of my wall, that's what I'm trying to say. And also I used basically the same color for the microphones, vice versa for them. For example, this was originally pink, so I made that the stomach the same color as the handle, and I made the tip the same color as the whole color of the animatronic, and the microphone speaker, same thing, same color as that. So guys, you can let me know in the upper right hand corner which one is your favorite custom. I will show off more later on. Again guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye.